Hey everybody, I'm going to do a recap of all the transactions made in the NFL offseason so far. I know I'm going to miss some. I'm just going to try to get all the ones that happened so far. Because most of the players that are free agents are signed now, and big trades have happened, but maybe some more could happen. They could, but I'm just doing what's happening right now. Hey, get on my back, okay? Here we go. So far, the Browns have reconstructed a contract with Deshaun Watson, so who really gives a shit about that? The Texans have traded for Christian Kirk to add to their wide receiving core, which is nice and dandy. Kirk is a decent player. Max Crosby was extended by the Raiders 3 years, meaning no trade for Crosby, meaning big sad for me. Boo-hoo. The Cowboys re-signed Oza Odigizua 4 years, $80 million. He's a damn good player and deserved a contract, and I'm surprised Jerry Jones actually paid him, considering Jerry Jones is a cheap bastard. Khalil Shakir is extended on the Bills for 4 years, well-deserved for one of the most underrated receivers in the league. Zach Bond has been re-signed by the Eagles 3 years, $51 million, which is an insane contract considering how good Zach Bond is. The Eagles, man, they're going to be good again next year. And a few days before free agency actually started, we got a lot of re-signs and trades. Starting off with Greg Rousseau getting a 4-year, $80 million contract. A well-deserved contract for an underrated pass rusher. Then Greg's teammate Josh Allen signed an extended 6-year, $330 million contract. Holy crap. Surely this won't ruin their chances of future playoff runs because they can't pay any of their players, right? Whatever. Nick Bolton re-signed with the Chiefs for a 3-year, $45 million contract, not testing free agency at all, and returning to the Chiefs immediately. Great. And the Chiefs are not as cheap as I thought. They actually re-signed a player. And Trey Smith signed a 2-year, $30 million contract with the Chiefs. They are lucky Trey Smith actually really wanted to go back and didn't test free agency because they lost Joe Thuney. Could have been bad, but they're lucky he went back. He's a good player. Aaron Jones signs for a 2-year contract with the Vikings, and surprisingly, they actually brought him back. I was pretty sure he was gone after that 1-year contract, even though he played pretty solid, but my ass is wrong. Harold Landry signed a 3-year, $43 million contract with the Patriots after getting released by the Titans. He's a pretty good pass rusher, and this is a good sign for the Patriots on a fairly cheap contract. Myles Garrett re-signed with the Browns. Great. I want to thank Myles Garrett for wasting everyone's time for the past month and edging us and saying he wants to be traded. And I guess he did want to be traded, but the Browns offered him so much money, he just couldn't refuse. Whatever, man. Congrats. You're a Cleveland Brown for the rest of your career. Guess what? You're never winning a Super Bowl on Cleveland. You're going to stay in Cleveland for the rest of your career. Congrats, buddy. And you're stuck with Deshaun Watson on a shitty contract. And he's a shitty quarterback. And he's also you know what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it. Anyways, congrats, Myles, on wasting all of our time. Geno Smith was traded to the Raiders for a 3rd-round pick. Goddamn. So much for commitment to Geno. The Seahawks got a 3rd-round offer and said deal. No further discussion. They wanted Geno out of there. And the Raiders got Geno, who's a solid quarterback and is easily the best quarterback the Raiders have had since Derek Carr, which is not saying much, but it is a step up. Ronnie Stanley resigned 3 years, $60 million to the Ravens. Good stuff. Keep it up, big man. Tommy DeVito is re-signed for the Giants purely for vibes, which I respect. Debo was traded to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick, and knowing the Commanders from last year of grabbing older, possibly washed players, and it working out, the Debo signing looks like it will work out great. J.C. Horn has been extended 4 years, $100 million contract with the Panthers. Great contract for a well-deserved player. And that's all that happened before free agency started. That's all that happened. Nothing else happened. That's all that happened. That's all that happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, DK Metcalf was traded to the Steelers for a 2nd-round pick. Even though it was reported he wanted to be traded to a contender in a warmer city, well, you got Pittsburgh, buddy. The Steelers are like the Burger King of the NFL. Their burgers suck, the fries are mid, but they got good enough mozzarella sticks and chicken fries to keep them in business and convince people they're good. But we all know they'll never be the best. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, and by the way, Metcalf signed a 5-year, $150 million contract. Holy shit! He's going to partner with George Pickens as well on the receiving core. Oh, God. Chris Godwin re-signed with the Buccaneers, leaving $20 million on the table. He must really love Florida and isn't a coward, and doesn't falter when money is on the table. Hassan Reddick is now a Buccaneer. I got the division correct in my predictions, but not the team. But heck, it's still a former Eagle, and Reddick got a 1-year, $14 million contract to play for the Pirates. The Niners' backup left tackle, Jalen Moore, has signed with the Chiefs and appears to be the Chiefs' starting left tackle, I think? Risky business from the Chiefs, but hell, if they're confident in him, I'm sure he'll be good. Carlton Davis is heading to the Patriots on a 3-year, $60 million contract. Good stuff for the former Lion. Hopefully the Patriots are revamped and good this year. You never know. DJ Reed is here to replace Carlton Davis on a 3-year, $48 million contract. Davis is out, Reed is in my opinion, an upgrade at the cornerback position and a cheaper contract, so good shit. The Patriots have been busy bees as they've signed another player, that being Milton Williams, 4 years, $26 million a year with the Patriots. And the Pats are loading up, and Drake May, if this guy steps up and has a good year, they could be a surprisingly good team next year. Hopefully it doesn't age wrong, but it might age right. Everyone, please don't make fun of me. Trayvon Moehrig has been acquired by the Panthers. They missed out on Williams, but got Morrig. Doesn't fix their D-line, but it'll help the secondary out, and we'll join J.C. Horn up there. It has finally happened. Sam Darnold is a Seattle Seahawks, signing 3 years, $110 million contract. The Seahawks are officially a brand new team. Methinks Mike Macdonald wasn't a big fan of the offense and wanted huge switch-ups, and my God, he just did that. Lockett, Metcalf, Geno, gone, and now Darnold is here. And honestly, not the worst contract, and a cheaper one than you get with Geno, and Darnold could keep it up. Everyone sent a prayer to Justin Fields. He is now a New York Jet. A moment of silence. Thank you. But in all seriousness, congrats to Justin Fields on the contract of 2 years and $40 million and getting a starting job. Unfortunately, it's the Jets, so it'll probably end in disaster, but I'll be rooting for Fields along the way. Good luck! Darius Slay is a Steeler. Well, I guess this is how he ends his career. A 10-7 wildcard loss for the Steelers. At least he got a ring, though. Talawano Hufanga is a Bronco. Great signing for the up-and-coming Broncos defense. Hufanga, Moss, and Surtain. Great secondary there in Denver. Josh Sweat is an Arizona Cardinals signing. 4 years, $76 million. Kind of expected more money, but money is money after all. Sweat is a great help for the Arizona D-line, but I still don't see the overall team changing all the better. But I could be wrong, because I'm always wrong, aren't I? Aaron Banks takes his big talent to Green Bay, 4 years, $77 million, making it their top priority to protect Jordan Love. Patrick McCarry signs with the Jaguars. He was pretty decent for the Ravens last year, so not a bad pickup for the Jaguars. Laramie Tunsil has been traded to the Commanders for a slew of picks to the Texans. A great tackle for the Commanders as long as he can stay healthy, which has been a concern for Tunsil, but it's also very risky for the Texans to get rid of their best O-line player after their O-line struggled all last season, but they will probably have a plan to replace Tunsil. So good for both parties, can't complain. I just read here that there was a bit of drama in the O-line room, and probably to do with Tunsil. So that's probably why they traded him. Even still, good luck, Texans. You're gonna need the O-line help. The Jets have signed Brandon Stevens. Oh, thank God. Yeah, the Jets got a quarterback in the NFL. He represents the NFL. He's a quarterback. Good luck, Stevens. You're gonna need it, guys. Pat Jones signs with the Panthers on a 2-year, $20 million contract. Great pickup for the D-lineman, who was a reason that pass rush was so damn good last year. Kenny Pickett is a starter. I guess he is. Deshaun, I want to massage Watson ain't playing. His Achilles are string cheese, and Super Bowl champ Kenny Pickett is QB1 in Cleveland. Hope you chose right, Miles. Charvarius Ward signs a 3-year, $60 million contract with the Colts. Ward was predicted to leave, and in fact, he did and got the bag. Good stuff for Mr. Ward. Ryan Kelly is a Viking off a 2-year, $18 million contract. Nice stuff. The Steelers steal another one of our linebackers, Malik Harrison, who's an overall all-right linebacker. Sorry to see you go, but I'll see you in Pittsburgh, buddy. And what happened next? The Dallas Cowboys signed Javonte Williams! No way! I was picking up the boys! This is the year! This is the year! This is the fucking year, guys! Najee Harris is taking his stuff to Los Angeles to be a Charger. A great pickup. San Diego, you got an RB1. Chase Young signs back with the Saints for a 3-year, $51 million contract. No new team for Young. Somehow they could afford his contract. Don't know how. Byron Young returns to the Vikings for 3 years, $66 million, crushing another big free agent signing as they return to the same team. Kyle Juszczyk has been released and is likely going to retire. And if he is, rip to one of the best fullbacks ever. Gonna miss you, Kyle. Chauncey Golston has left Dem Boys for a better home. The Giants. Okay, maybe not a better home, but better money, I guess. Doug Jones has signed with the Colts, and he is gonna start. Justin Reed is heading to the Saints for 3 years, $31.5 million contract. The Saints are stealing safeties from the Chiefs again. Go get your 6-11 record, you guys. You guys earned it. After Jonathan Allen asked for release, he got signed with the Vikings, 3 years, $51 million. Hopefully he can get back on track with the Vikings. Patrick Ricard, aka Pancake Pat, is back with the Ravens. Welcome back, big man. Leonard Floyd signs with the Dirty Birds for 1 year. Hopefully he can get some sacks for that D-line. The Dolphins signed Nick Westbrook-Akine to a 2-year, $6.5 million contract. An underrated receiver, and I'll let you know, this guy had 9 touchdowns last year. I bet you didn't know that. Great contract for the Dolphins. DeAndre Hopkins is a Raven. Yo, let's go. 1 year, $5 million. F it, dude. What the hell, man? We're going. This is our year, dude. Will Fry signed with the Vikings. Another great signing for the Vikings. They killed it last year in free agency, and again this year, they're doing some good stuff. Joey Bosa is a Bill, signing a 1-year, $15 million contract. Joey went from losing to the Chiefs twice a year in Los Angeles. Now he's going to lose to them in the playoffs on the Bills. The Vikings signed Javon Hargrave, 2 years, $30 million. The Vikings are going to be an absolute lethal defense next year. My goodness. DeMarcus Lawrence is now a Seattle Seahawk for 3 years, $42 million. A great run stopper for the Seahawks. Should help out great. The Cowboys also traded for Kenneth Murray, who is... okay. Veteran guard Kevin Zeitler is signing a 1-year, $9 million deal with the Titans. A good player on the older side, but should help out great. I almost forgot this one. Dre Greenlaw signs with the Denver Broncos, 3 years, $35 million contract. The Niners couldn't even keep Greenlaw. It's that bad for them. but very good for the Broncos. And finally, the Carolina Panthers sign Rico Dowdle to a 1-year contract worth $6.25 million. The Cowboys couldn't keep Rico Dowdle. They just couldn't keep him. Then they get Javonte Williams. Now Carolina has 2 pretty good running backs in their backfield, and it looks pretty good for them. And that is what mostly happened on the first 3 days of free agency. I know there's a lot of good players that are available that can get signed, but I'm just doing the first 3 days. All right, I'm going to do some quick grades right now, okay? In my opinion, the 3 best teams in free agency in no order are the Chicago Bears, the New England Patriots, and the Minnesota Vikings. These 3 teams did great in free agency. Obviously, there's other teams that did very good as well, but these 3 teams are the standouts in my opinion. And the worst team has to be the Niners. Like, you can't say it any other way. The Niners were the worst team in free agency. They lost everyone, and they didn't really sign anyone as well. And that was kind of their fault for, have a lot of money to pay to good players. They can't pay any of the other players. And I would love to say Dallas, too, because Dallas just downgraded at running back, linebacker, defensive line. But honestly, at least they made signs, so I can't really fault them too much. Yep, but that is the video, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're caught up in free agency and know what the hell's going on. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next time.